Hey everybody, Roman versus with Squashfest podcast and my co-host.
I wish Liv Morgan would look at me angrily the way she looked at Finn Balor last night on Monday Night Raw so I can apologize to her and say, please don't hurt me, mommy. I'm sorry, I apologize. Don't leave me. It's the boy Harm.
You need to worry about me leaving you at this point. You keep it up. I hate you so much. So much. Anyways, continue.
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw.
This was a adequately good show. I give it to them. They put on a good show. I liked it. I enjoyed Raw. I'm waiting for you to tell me you hated Raw.
I thought Raw was good.
Okay. So the show kicks off with Punk in the ring. No, AJ was in the ring first. AJ was in the ring first. And he starts talking about Gunther. He starts talking about how he put his championship, his career on the line, but he's quickly interrupted by Punk. And I swear to God, and I understand they're two baby faces, and these two guys were just in the ring. Like, it's almost like they were just like, yeah, I want to fight you. Yeah, I want to fight you. But I've never fought you before. Punk's like, but AJ, if you lose to Gunther, we'll never have this match. We'll never have this match. But I want to have this match. It went on way too long. Like, these guys went back and forth saying the same thing just to try to keep popping the crowd and popping each other. Because at one point they both look at the camera. And I'm just like, what are you two doing? We know what's gonna happen. This was a badly kept secret for weeks on end, because that AJ Styles and CM Punk were going to have one match before this was going to end up, because they've never had a singles match. Actually, that's a lie. They had one singles match in the very early days of Ring of Honor, like 2003, and that was the last time that they were in the ring together in a singles competition. So they wanted to have a singles match under WWE.
That's crazy when you think about it, though. That's a long ass time ago.
20-something years ago, absolutely. So AJ says, fine, but when I beat you tonight, and then I beat Gunther to continue my career, that makes me the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And CM Punk says, I wanted to be a fighting champion. I said I would be. So tonight, if we're going to fight, the title's on the line. He goes, it's going to be for the belt. Which, it's one of my pet peeves, that baby faces always want to be a fighting champion and they want to throw their title on the line as much as possible.
I hate you.
My thing is, if I'm the champion,
yeah,
I want to be champion for as long as I can possibly be champion. You know how I become champion for as long as I possibly become champion? I go on a Brock Lesnar schedule.
What is wrong with you?
I take that title and I go home. I make everybody earn their title opportunities to face me. I don't just give them away because I like you.
You know what? If I were champion, I'd want to see the rankings. I want to see backstage where they're ranking everybody, and then I want to be able to move people up and down as I see fit, and say this person has to work their way all the way up.
TNA tried doing that at one point. They had a power ranking, like a top 5, and then they were like, "This is stupid. Like, we're gonna get rid." When they actually, SmackDown tried to do that too when they first went to SmackDown Live, when they went to Fox a couple of years ago. And after like 2 weeks, I think that the problem with that is it's a cool concept because you're making it more like an actual sport. But by doing that, you're holding yourself. It's harder to do storylines to do it if you're doing it that way. because now, okay, this is the number one contender, or he's the number one ranked non-champion on SmackDown. So he should be going for the title, but he's a babyface, and you have a babyface champion. So how do we manufacture that storyline, right? As opposed to just being like, it's professional wrestling. Just have somebody come out there, hit him with a claymore or a super kick, and that'll motivate a match.
I'd find a way, buddy. I'm a great booker in my head.
All right. So we get that match later on in the night, and I remember I was watching it with Spider Pig and with Alex last night before I fell asleep on it because I went to sleep. I took a belt, so I passed out and just finished watching it today. I told him, I was like, one of two things is going to happen: Finn Balor, or I said another name. I can't. Oh, I said Gunther or Finn Balor. One of them is going to cause a disqualification in this match. That was my prediction, because there was no way you're having either of these guys lose. I was leaning more towards Gunther when I said that, but apparently I was wrong. Right, so that was the opening segment. Then we get
a
6-woman.
Was that the quick
go ahead.
recap? And we're coming back to that match, or was that everything? Because I didn't even get it.
No, we'll go back to that match. We'll go back to that match. You want to talk about the promo?
I wanted to talk about everything.
Okay, go ahead. Go talk about the promo, then we'll do it in chronological order in today's episode.
What the hell does that mean?
In order of how they happen, so we can react to the promo segment now and then react to the match later.
Okay. I'm
waiting for you to react to the promo. Need it. The promo was fine. Yeah. I just don't like when baby faces give up their title shots. All right, so then we got a 6-woman tag team match that no one asked for. Stephanie Vaquer, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky against Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez. And
I thought it was a fine match.
Yeah, but no one really needed this. You didn't need this. Like Liv and Roxanne just lost a tag title match on Saturday Night Main Event to Rhea and Io. So you're not going to continue that feud for the women's tag team championships. And it's just, I guess it was just to get Raquel and Roxanne more moving forward because they brawled throughout this entire show all night long. And we find out that next week we're going to get a Philadelphia street fight between Roxanne and Raquel, which is going to make you really happy because apparently you hate when people fight all around the arena, and that's what we're going to get in that match.
I spoke it into existence.
It really did.
Because besides that, when was the last time they did that? It's
fought around the arena?
Wasn't it? I would say Aleister Black and
yeah, because that was the one where he hit the fireball where Zelina came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last man standing. Was it a last man standing match? I don't remember. I think it was. But yeah, the 6-woman tag match was fine.
It was an excuse to get them all on TV. That's it. Because sometimes
and to remind us,
stars, you gotta
remind us that we're having the women's Royal Rumble this weekend. Yeah. It's fine. Rhea hits Rhea hits Liv with a Oblivion to get the win. I'm sorry, said that backwards. Rhea hits Liv with a Riptide to get the win. It's fine. They need to take the titles off of Rhea and Io, and they need to start the split. Because I'm getting tired of this every week. I'm finding a new way to show you how much I love and adore you. Bull crap between the two of them. Like, it's annoying. It's like...
The problem with that is, where does it end? Because if you split them up, I'll tell you right now, I'll be the one to be like, you gotta split half these teams up because it's too many stars you're losing out in this tag division that no one cares about. I don't even feel like the wrestlers care about these tag titles. Like, there's 0 point. You don't have a tag division. You can't just take every star you got and just put them together. Like, what are we doing? Get an actual women's tag team. You know who was great? The
Party Girls, Katana Chance. Oh, I love the Iconics.
I love them. They were amazing. That's who they need. People like that.
I'm upset and surprised that you used their TNA name and not their WWE name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, the Iconics. Iconic. I mean, they had a tag division. Just no one cared about the tag division. You had the Iconics. You had Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Mm. You could have kept Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree together and kept that as a tag team. Like there was a women's tag division at one point. No one cared. Like, so they put all of their main stars in their tag division, which don't make no sense to me. But whatever.
There's plenty of tag teams out there that they could recruit. That's what I'm saying. They're just throwing people together, but there is no tag division.
WWE's not in the business of recruiting anybody anymore. TKO is bleeding money because of UFC. UFC is a money loser. WWE is the only thing that they have that actually earns a profit.
Yeah, and then all I think about is cuts are coming.
They got 7 shows. If you can remember, you have LFG, you have Evolve, you have NXT, you got SmackDown, Raw. They're gonna cut people, but they're just gonna sign people to low-term deals and put them in NXT and eventually call them up. Like, I don't know if you watched Unreal season, whatever season this was, but they were talking about how Truth's release was a financial decision. Like, they didn't want to pay him what he wanted. Like, and I understand Truth. You don't want Truth is a guy who's great to have, but where's your return on investment on some of these guys? Meanwhile, we have and I forgot about AAA. They also have AAA. So there's places for people.
I can't with you.
Listen, they still have Apollo Crews on the roster.
That's insane to me.
Somewhere down in Mexico. All right,
with Omos.
Do they still have, I know they're not going to put him on TV, but I'm pretty sure Alberto Del Rio is still on the AAA roster. Like, they got some big money. They got some people down there that they're not ever going to use.
Oh my God.
All right.
I can't.
So then we get a division promo. Oh, by the way, as this match was happening, the 6-woman tag team match, Raquel and Stephanie just start brawling away from the entire match. They fight in the back. Bayley yells at Raquel because Rayleigh's on the phone, and she says, "You're being too loud, you stupid idiot." Stephanie attacks her. They get pulled apart. Raquel cuts an international feed promo saying, "I need to have a title match." Half of it's in Spanish. Stephanie comes and speaks to Adam Pearce, who's having the worst night of his life.
Adam Pearce. Is he? I can't wait to get to that segment.
We'll do that. That's the next segment. We'll do that right now. But and he makes a match next week for the Philadelphia street fight between Stephanie and Raquel. So then we get the Vision promo. We'll talk about this now, and then we'll talk about Punk talking to Finn, because I think that happened somewhere in this thing. Vision promo. They come out because, remember from last week, Adam Pearce says to Paul Heyman, "Bring up Braun Breaker. We need to have a conversation." So they get into the ring. Paul Heyman basically starts talking about everybody. He gives them all nicknames. He calls Austin Theory the Pressure, which doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever. They've already soured on Austin Theory, in my opinion. It's already done. And then he talks about Braun Breaker being the WrestleMania main eventer, the Breaker, everything else. So he calls out Adam Pearce, tells him to come out. Adam Pearce comes out, and he says, "I'm a man of my word." Oh, he shows the clips of Adam Pearce touching Braun Breaker first, and Adam Pearce dropping the Nux on the ring apron
Mysterio
for
used.
Rey Mysterio got and used to beat Austin Theory last week. So Adam Pearce gets into the ring, and he says, "I'm a man of my word. I did touch you. I did touch Braun first, and Braun, I apologize. I shouldn't have done that." And so Paul Heyman's like shocked that he's actually apologizing, and Adam Pearce is like, "And Mr. Heyman, you're a great negotiator. So before you say anything, I have already reinstated Braun Breaker, and he is going to be in the Royal Rumble match this Saturday. And because you're a great negotiator, Mr. Paul, you're in the Royal Rumble. Bronson Reed, you're in the Royal Rumble. Austin Theory, you're in the Royal Rumble. And Mr. Theory, since I know you want to get your hands on somebody, and you get your hands on a future Hall of Famer because of what happened to you last week. So I'm going to make that match official right now. So it's going to be you versus Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio Jr. And we get that match next. It was fine. It's your standard Vision match where Austin Theory looks great throughout the match. He can do everything. Rey gets the advantage. Penta and Ultimo Dragon, as you like to call him, beat off. Wow. Beat up.
What feed were you watching?
Run off and beat up combined in my brain. They beat up Bronson and Braun out of the thing. Rey gets confused. He's like sticking his head outside to see everything that's going on. When he comes back in the ring, Austin Theory hits a stomp to get the 3 count and the win.
Beating him clean.
Yeah. Beating him clean. Yes, he did beat him clean, even though there was a bunch of shenanigans.
I'm just saying, he got some redemption because he got knocked out last time and took the pin. At least this time he came out with the W and it was clean. There was no shenanigans. So he got over.
But now he needs to beat Penta because Penta was the guy who actually pinned him last week.
I could see that.
Rey hit him with the Nux. Penta hit him with the Canadian Destroyer, and for the win.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then after the match,
shenanigans
because, and this is why Adam Pearce. I don't know who Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman have been talking to, because later in the segment, you could see Paul Heyman on the phone. Adam Pearce put them all in the Royal Rumble. Basically has no recourse for whatever's going on, and he can't do anything to them because he put his hands on Braun Breaker. So the entirety of the Vision just destroy everybody. Like you got a couple tsunamis, Breakers hitting spears everywhere. They look like and this is not a political statement. They look like Border Patrol agents, just beating the crap out of the masked luchadors last night.
I told you in the beginning.
I'm going to get us banned.
To end this thing, just say so. Don't put me plastered with you on socials when they clip this. Don't do that. Don't take us both down. What's wrong with you? But this is what I'm talking about. You were saying he was having a bad night. How's he having he was having an amazing night.
He has no power when it comes to... Why am I not speaking? I am speaking. Why does it... You hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird. I'm not getting the green box or on my person.
Oh, in Discord?
Yeah. Okay, whatever. He has no power right now when it comes to the Vision. They can basically do whatever they want, and he can't discipline them. And then later, like I said, later in the show, you have everybody yelling at him because everybody needs something. You have Finn Balor going to him saying, I need to be in the Royal Rumble. And he basically told him, sorry, Finn, the Rumble's full. What do you mean the Rumble's full? Finn is a former Universal Heavyweight Champion. Like, what do you can't tell me you filled 30 slots in the Rumble. Do you even have 30 male participants on Raw? Or 15 male participants on Raw? Like, I understand you're probably going to get surprises and Jericho's going to show up probably, and Powerhouse Hobbs or Royce Keys or whatever he's going by in WWE is going to show up. And, like, you're going to have some surprises, but you need to keep a spot for the man who almost won your World Heavyweight Championship last week. Go ahead. Talk about the segment.
No, it was fine. I need this to happen. I didn't know how quickly they would flip me to a point where I just need Finn Balor. Push him to the moon.
Because when Finn is this version of Finn is great.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been too long being a quasi comedy act in the Judgment Day, where he's just there, making little side quips at Dominic Mysterio about how Dominic is, cheating with Liv Morgan and everything else he's been doing for basically 2.5 years. Like, when Finn is a closer version to the NXT version of Finn, he's amazing. Like, he's dope. And so,
which is why it's disheartening that he decided to do what he did later in the night, because it's like, you got your props. He told you the truth on everything. He gave
so Punk tells him. So Punk tells him, "You're a champion. You're great, but what do you want your legacy to be? You shouldn't be just running around here with the Judgment Day. You should be out there on your own, making your legacy." And so Finn thinks about it. So Finn goes and speaks to Adam Pearce. Finn's, like I said, Finn asks to be in the Rumble. He says Rumble's full. Liv goes to Finn right after, and Liv says, "What are you doing talking to Punk? You guys are buddies now? Like, I heard him tell you should leave the Judgment Day, Finn. Punk's not going to help you win the World Heavyweight Championship. You know who is going to help you win it? The Judgment Day. Why? Because we are your family." And Finn basically tells her, "I just have a lot to think about," and he walks off. I'm telling you, if Liv would have looked at me like that, I would have been like, yes, you're correct, little mommy. You are my family. He's the reason she's in the group. Finn brought Liv in to the Judgment Day to upsert the power of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. They have not told the story of Finn and Liv really fighting for the power of the Judgment Day, because Liv got hurt when they were trying to tell that story. But they need to have that story. And so I would start playing it out now, and that be Finn's impetus to leave. We did get a Natalya Neidhart or Natty Neidhart promo where she was in her Bloodsport Natty gear, basically saying that she's a legend, and Maxine, the reason I did what I did is because Maxine won the championship with my help, but she forgot that she's not a legend and she shouldn't be, and just by winning one single title, you're not on a legend, you're not under legendary status. So Natalya might elevate you, but Natty will decimate you. And so we're getting Natty Neidhart. We've been asking for this.
But didn't it keep flashing Natalya still?
Yes, it did. Absolutely. But she was in her full Natty gear with the cornrow braids and everything. Like, I don't want to get cowboy hat Natty. Like, no, we don't need cowboy hat supermodel Natty. We need badass Natty Neidhart who comes out and just beats people down. I wouldn't be upset if this version of Natty won the Rumble. Give Natty Neidhart the Rumble win and build her. I'm not answering that. I'll call it back. And give Natty the spot. I think you can do great work with her.
I agree. We've always talked about how amazing she is. She just doesn't get the opportunities for some goddamn reason. She's the best wrestler that they have.
best.
And look what
She's the
was
best
able to
technician.
do.
I think.
Yeah,
She's the best technician. I think Io is the best wrestler in the company, male or female, right now. She's just on a different level.
Okay. Okay. That threw me off completely.
I just don't like the gimmick. I'm just sorry. I just don't like the gimmick. But in ring, Io's always been one of my favorites to watch. She's amazing.
Yeah, but no, I think this, if they do actually tell the story of Natty, I think this will be amazing. But I just feel like they're gonna WWE it up, and it's gonna take away a lot.
Probably.
Because if she's in this feud with what's her name? Maxine. If she's in this feud with Maxine, I'm predicting Maxine to win.
I'm not.
You wouldn't?
No.
I
think you need to.
I
think you need to elevate. Well, because in that same thing, it's like, yes, they kept showing Natalia and they kept showing Maxine, but there was glimpses of Becky and the Intercontinental Championship. So if you can give me, I know you're not turning Becky babyface, but if you can give me Becky Natalia, Becky Natty, give me a short little feud between the two of them, I'm good with that. Because then you also tease later in the show when Becky was having her segment in the back when, Kabuki Warriors walked up to them after Asuka walks off.
Becky was amazing in that promo.
I know, but Kyrie goes to touch the Intercontinental Championship, and Becky kind of snatches it away from her. So you're teasing new challengers for Becky, which is what you really need. No, but Becky's always amazing. Becky as a heel sometimes is hilarious. She's like she's like
rolling.
So Natalia and Asuka. Asuka and Kairi Sane walk up to Becky after a Becky Lynch interview, and basically, Kairi tells her, "You're not ready for Asuka." Becky goes, "I am ready for Asuka. I've always been ready for Asuka. I've beaten Asuka." And so Kairi goes to tell Asuka in Japanese what Becky said, and Asuka's like, I understood her. I heard her because I'm as she's trying to tell her in Japanese. I'm thinking to myself, Asuka speaks English. She doesn't need a translator. And Asuka just looks at Becky and goes, "I'll see you at the Rumble."
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious. I'm sorry. That whole segment was delish. So good.
What segment was very good was this Michael Cole Gunther sit down was actually very well done. It really was, bro. So
I watched that whole thing. I just hate Gunther.
I don't know how. I love Gunther. So Michael Cole asks Gunther, he goes, "You have a match against..."
I take it back. I just hate this gimmick is what it is. Not Gunther himself. I hate this gimmick of retirer.
The career killer?
The career killer. I hate that for him.
I love the fact that he looked at Michael Cole and asked him, "How much longer are you going to do this for?" Like, it's just amazing. So Michael Cole asked him, he goes, "So you retired Bill Goldberg, you retired John Cena, and you have this match against AJ Styles this weekend." And AJ has talked about how in 2026 he wants to entertain the fans for the entire year and go on a farewell tour. Meanwhile, I've never once heard AJ say he wants a farewell tour. I heard him say 2026 is going to be his last year wrestling. I never heard him once say he wants to go on a tour like John Cena. But WWE is going to WWE. He goes, "Why would you force him into a corner and make him put his career on the line at the Royal Rumble and take away the opportunity for fans to see this farewell tour?" And Gunther says, "AJ wanted the match. Me beating AJ Styles without it on the line, what does it do for me? How does it help me? But because I beat Goldberg and because John Cena was tapped out, and now people are going to remember that I tapped him out in this final match. Beating AJ Styles and taking his career from him helps me." He's basically saying it elevates him, and it does. I agree with him. he'd get even more heat for that beating AJ this weekend. So he's just, and I'm doing this because of the old time wrestlers, the old guard, who's hanging on to these moments that they want, these moments that they crave. But these moments are no longer theirs. These moments are mine. It's my time. So I'm doing it for the betterment of Gunther. And then he looks at Michael Cole and says, by the way, how much longer are you going to be doing this for? Because you're getting up there in age. And if I wanted to, I would kick your chair over right now and I would end your career. But I'm not going to do that. I want you there this Saturday to make the play-by-play call. And with the line saying, the career of AJ Styles is over. See you Saturday. And he walks off. What I loved about this promo and this segment was too many times the heel in wrestling can come off as the Drew McIntyre style heel, where he's just always angry, always got to get your hands on somebody, always bitching and moaning and complaining. But no, this is Gunther being super calculated, super smart about how he's going about things, and he actually has a plan on why he wants to do things, and he has logic behind it. He's not just going on and saying, I just don't like AJ Styles and it would be cool to be the guy to take him out. No, he's saying, by me being the man to take all of these legends out, I elevate myself. I become the career killer. It's something that somebody will remember me forever for. I loved it. This is a great segment. I think somebody's walking into my house.
We're waiting.
Yes. The ring doorbell just went off.
No, I know that part. I'm saying, are we legit waiting to see if someone comes in?
God. Oh, God. Yo, go ahead, talk. I just want to see if there's anybody at the back door. I don't want to hear anything.
Okay. Hope there's not a murderer on the loose. Sneaking in.
It's Florida. It's most likely a crocodile.
What the hell? See, and then you want me to move out there. You crazy boy.
Our wildlife out here is crazy. We got these weird little cranes that don't give a crap if you're driving in the middle of the street. They'll just walk across the street, and if you hit them with your car, it's a federal crime.
Really?
Because they're endangered. Yeah, because they're endangered. You can't touch them.
That's crazy.
Little long leg cranes that are 5 feet tall that just walk around everywhere, and you can't touch them.
That's crazy. So does that mean if you hit one in the middle of the night, is that a hit and run? That level?
I guess.
I'd have.
I wanted to bring a tortoise. I wanted to bring a tortoise into my house. My father said, no, you can't bring those in. That's wildlife. I'm like, but I want it. He goes, no, it's a crime. You can't take it into your house. I'm like, God dang it. You imagine me having a turtle walking around here as we do the podcast? It's a official mascot of the Squashfest podcast.
I can't with you.
Name a more turtle.
Where were we at?
Gunther.
Oh yeah, the promo. I thought it was fine. It was okay. I didn't think it was anything crazy. I get what you're saying. Everything you said made perfect sense, and I'm cool with all of that. The calculated, I need something to he has a motive, and it's nice that it's not just I want to fight, or the cowardice. I hate. Most people can't pull it off. I feel like when I see real champions just running, when Roman Reigns would run, I didn't believe it. Who else can I think of? When Triple H would do it, I hated that shit. I don't know. I hate the cowardly heel.
I only like it if it's The Miz. It makes sense.
Why is it when I said few people can make it work, I literally pictured The Miz?
To me, it's The Miz. I thought of The Miz and I thought of Roddy Piper. Those are the two guys that came to mind. And Ric Flair. Ric Flair can do it really well.
Okay.
But it's such an old school thing. Like the cowardly heel. Like in today's world, it doesn't really work.
Yeah. That's whatever.
Do we want to talk about the new number one contenders for the men's tag team championships?
I'm so upset.
I told you it was gonna be Alpha Academy. I told you Tozawa and Otis were gonna win. There was no. Where's Jimmy? He's been off TV for 3 weeks. I hate to think this way, but the only reason, because she can't be having that baby yet. She can only be like 5 or 6 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. I hope there's nothing wrong with Naomi and that baby, and Jimmy's at home taking care of her, because it's been 3 weeks this man hasn't been on TV, and Jay's carrying the whole story by himself.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully he shows up for Rumble.
I don't know. But yeah, so we got a triple threat tag team match for the number one. What is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to these matches?
I don't know. You have so many.
The constantly changing of the rules of the tag team, the multi-team tag team champion matches.
Oh, I thought you were going to complain about outfits matching.
That too. I don't even remember what anybody was wearing in this match. I know the New Day were all black. No, it's the fact that when we have these multi-team tag team matches, sometimes we have one legal member from every team, and sometimes we have only 2 legal participants, and you have to tag in a person from a different team. It doesn't make sense. Pick a set of rules and stick to it. Because on this show, we only had 2 people legal. Because I remember Michael Cole saying you can tag in any person from any team at any time. It doesn't make sense. Alpha Academy get the win. Oh, I know why. Because this was a 4-way match, not a triple threat match. So in 4 ways, we have a different set of rules. Because I forgot Los Americanos were also in this match. Mm-hmm. Alpha Academy, Creed Brothers, New Day, and Los Americanos, who got new snazzy gear with letters on their masks, so that way you know which one is which. This match was terrible.
It was.
This match was horrendous. We got Alpha Academy with the win. We're getting Alpha Academy versus New Day at some point when Jimmy Uso gets back. We don't need to go into it. The Creed brothers should have won this match, but whatever. Mm-hmm. We talked about the Punk backstage. We talked about the Finn backstage. Did we miss anything? Did we miss it backstage somewhere? I feel like we did. We talked about the division one. So the short vision one. So we have a Vision backstage promo where they're all just hanging on their clubhouse, and Paul Heyman is whispering into his cell phone. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's whispering to somebody. So Logan Paul gets up and starts talking about how one of the 4 of us are going to win the Royal Rumble. Why? Because we're a unit and we're going to work as a team. But I think we need to have a game plan. And the person who I think should win the Royal Rumble is Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed goes, I second that. Austin Theory, I took it as begrudgingly because he was like, I agree. I don't think he liked that. I think that the amount of enthusiasm Logan Paul and Bronson Reed showed towards wanting to help Braun Breaker win the Royal Rumble, Austin Theory did not show that same enthusiasm. So, going into this Royal Rumble, we're going to have the Vision all working towards Braun Breaker winning the Rumble.
Which I get.
Spoiler alert.
Uh-huh.
Spoiler alert, Braun Breaker's not going to win the Rumble because they just said it.
Who just said it?
because Logan Paul made this their mission.
Oh,
they're not going to. Ron's not going to win the Rumble.
100% not. But they have the. They have. I don't want to say the best chance. Because I like. If they're all in it. MFT.
I'm picking Roman.
Roman?
I'm picking Roman. It's not an exciting pick. I'm picking Roman to win, and we're getting Roman and Punk and Mania. That's what I think is going to happen. WWE does not do the things where they elevate talent to the main event scene. Last year, they did it with Jay. They did it with Jay last year. But in the years prior, the winners of the Rumble have been Cody twice, Drew McIntyre in 2020, Randy Orton, I think, won in 2018 or 2019. They have established stars win it. They're not going to take a guy and make a new guy in the Rumble, especially in Saudi Arabia. No, they're going to have an established guy win the Rumble. I think Roman's going to win the Rumble. He's going to get Roman and Punk at Mania. And I think because of what happened at Saturday Night Main Event, we're moving towards that triple threat match at Mania between Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre.
You said we're getting closer to it?
I think you're moving closer to Drew, Cody, and Jacob Fatu at Mania.
I don't like that match.
I don't like that match either.
That's a SmackDown,
but I think that's what we're going to get.
That's a SmackDown episode.
So this is what we're going to get.
That better be night 1.
Oh, I think Roman Punk is night 2 main event. That's 100%.
All right. Just saying. But damn, Roman win it? Ugh.
Unless they surprise me, if I'm gonna go out on a long shot and go on a super long shot and get a surprise, give me Obafemi.
Too soon for that guy. No, he hasn't even debuted.
Give me Trick Williams.
No, that's too much. I promise you, if they give him the Rumble win, I promise, I'm really not gonna watch. Really not.
Imagine Trick Williams main eventing WrestleMania this year.
I will going forward watch Raw and NXT. I'll cut out SmackDown. I'm not playing with them.
Pepper Step a Royal Rumble win.
No. And then I gotta hear his mouth about it. No.
Where did we leave off? Oh, we got to talk about the main event. So we got the main event match: CM Punk, AJ Styles. Very solid match. By the way, I sent you. I think it was a TikTok or a reel. The side by sides of AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura from Saturday Night Main Event, and I literally said, maybe you don't gotta go back and watch this match because they redid the match. But we got a CM Punk AJ Styles match, and this was a good match. I'm not gonna say it was a great match. I think Punk and AJ are the same age. Punk used to be a really good in-ring worker. I never thought Punk was a great in-ring worker. I thought he was always really good, but what got Punk over obviously was his mouth. AJ's always been the opposite. AJ was always an absolute fantastic in-ring worker with above average promos from time to time. So when they're at this age, I felt like Punk was moving slower than AJ. If you were watching, there were spots where it definitely felt like he was trying to keep up, but he can't keep up with that level of work rate that way AJ Styles can at this age. This was a solid match. They had a really good match. I knew this was going to be a no finish. Eventually, Finn Balor comes. So towards the end, Punk has AJ set up for a GTS, but he's because of the match and because he's older, he kind of stumbles into the corner with it because he can't keep the body weight up. Finn hits the ring, hits shotgun drop kick in the corner, hits another shotgun drop kick on the outside. Two shotgun drop kicks outside, Punk into the barricade, throws Punk into the ring, hits him with a coup de grace. Punk rolls onto his side, which was weird. I think Finn was waiting for him to roll back to his stomach, but Punk was on his side for one. Mm-hmm. And Finn said, F it, and did a coup de grace to Punk's ribs, which I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. You'll crack this old man's ribs. This is a man who once broke his foot jumping into the barricade in AEW and he was out for a year. Like, don't do that. And then hit him with a third coup de grace. And the show goes off the air with Finn standing tall over CM Punk. So, Finn's not in the Rumble, even though Finn will get into the Rumble by attacking somebody on Saturday. Punk does not have a match at Rumble. Do we think either Finn gets in the Rumble or it'll be announced between now and Saturday we're going to get Punk Finn at the Rumble for the title again?
I could see that happen.
Because Finn, again, we talked about it last week. Now is the time to push Finn. He's 45. He's a great worker. He's the guy who can have a...
It's not happening.
I don't want to say a long...
It's not happening.
I need a Finn Balor World Championship run because we never got one. We got a Finn Balor World Championship win and then retire and then relinquishing it the next night where GM Mick Foley had to take it off his shoulder. And Finn looked so sad because Finn was on the main roster for 1 month when he won that Universal Championship. They were about to strap the rocket to this guy. And he got hurt, and they never did it again. This was 9 years ago, or 10 years ago, whatever it is at this point, 10 years ago.
Which is why Finn, I think they're not going to do it, bro.
This is not a Vince thing. This is not Vince, though. This is Triple H. Triple H has always loved Finn. He's a 3-time NXT champion. He understands how to book that character correctly. Not like Vince, where you we're going to make you smiling baby face, and we're going to put you in bright blue trunks every week. And every fourth week on the PLE, you're going to come out with that demon gimmick with those purple dreadlocks. That's what we're going to do. That's exactly what Vince was telling him. But no, I think Paul knows how to book Finn Balor properly, and if you can get him out of the Judgment Day and have him be almost a badass tweener who just wants to
but don't you feel people down with him attacking Punk and AJ?
Oh, he's a heel right now.
But that's what I'm saying. He doubled down. That tweener thing, it doesn't seem likely if he just doubled down on the heel stuff.
For now. I think...
How long are you planning on drawing this out? For now.
Until he leaves Judgment Day, you give him 3 months till the end. You talk about Mania is the first or second weekend of April. Everything now is to get you to Mania, and then you reset, and then you figure out what you do for the rest of the year. You can do by SummerSlam this year. You're talking about August of 26. If you Finn Balor World Heavyweight Championship win, I'm good with that.
You crazy.
But you have to have him look good and actually get wins. That's the problem. Finn don't win anything. He don't beat anybody.
You were the one that said wins don't matter.
Wins and losses do not matter in the overall scheme of WWE. They do not. But in order for somebody to look strong,
oh my god,
and you need to have him beat somebody.
So they do matter.
You can lose. Jinder Mahal is a former world heavyweight champion. 2 months before he won the World Heavyweight Champion, this man lost a battle royal at WrestleMania to Rob Gronkowski and Mojo Rawley.
Oh, God.
2 months later, he was the WWE Champion. The Miz stole a briefcase in a court proceeding from Otis and became the World Heavyweight Champion. I can continue on. There are ways to book people to get them to number one spot without getting them wins. Trying to think of another. Drew McIntyre has lost every feud for the last 3 years. He lost 4 consecutive matches to Cody Rhodes until Jacob Fatu couldn't keep his Samoan business out of Drew McIntyre's business. And Drew McIntyre is the undisputed champion. Wins along the storyline, wins up until the storyline do not matter. It's as long as you punctuate it at the end with the win. Rhea Ripley has not beaten Io Sky once in her career. When Io eventually turns on Rhea, because I think that would be the more compelling story, and Io eventually turns on Rhea, becomes a heel, the Rhea finally getting the win over Io Sky will be humongous.
I hope it never happens.
Ric Flair is a 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. That means he had to lose that championship 16 times.
I can't with you. You stress me.
One of Cody Rhodes' title reigns is cumulatively more days than all of Stone Cold Steve Austin's title reigns combined.
Say that again?
One of Cody Rhodes' title reigns, either one. No, I'm sorry. The first Cody Rhodes title reign lasted for more days than all of Stone Cold Steve Austin's title reigns combined.
That's crazy. Ever?
Wins? Yes, because in 98 to 2001, they were flipping that title around like crazy.
Wow.
In 1 year, I think you had 6 heavyweight champions. I think it was 2000. You had Austin, Rock, Big Show, Undertaker, Kane, and Triple H. You had 6 world champions. They were flipping that title around like crazy.
Wow.
So win and losses do not matter in the overall scheme of things. Mm. So overall, what is your takeaway from Monday Night Raw?
That was a good show. I just don't like what it means for Finn going forward. Like, I just don't like that. I thought we were going into the babyface Finn.
I think it's going to be a tweener, more of a tweener Finn,
which is fine.
I think it's going to be an Irish version of Jacob Fatu, if that makes sense. A guy who's a little nuts, a little crazy, but you know he's going to get in the ring and be one of the best wrestlers in the world, but you never know what his motivations actually are.
Mm-hmm. But either way, push this man to the moon.
Absolutely. I think after Mania, if whether it be Punk or Roman coming out of Mania, because that's my match, coming out of Mania with the World Heavyweight Championship. I know we did Roman Finn during the Bloodline saga, but that was still during the Vince era. Give me Roman Finn, this version of Finn. Give me Punk Finn in a long storyline. Give me Gunther Finn. If you want to get the title on back onto Gunther at one point, give me Gunther Finn. Like there's so much you can do with him because he's such a great in ring worker, and he's believable on the mic. And like I said, you need to start building more people.
Very true. Very true. Besides the fact that I'm again loving Finn right now, I would say the Natty stuff. If they're really gonna do it, if they're really gonna pull the trigger and bring that version of the character in, then I'm all for it. That's the other thing I'm excited for.
Yeah. That's all I got. I mean, we can talk about.
You didn't point out
NXT
nothing.
If you want.
You didn't even say not one single match was your favorite.
I mean, it was AJ Punk because there wasn't a lot of other matches to root on in this show. Everything was to advance the storylines or to remind us that
stuff is happening.
Royal Rumbles this week. Yeah. Royal Rumbles this weekend. So, it is what it is. I mean, once we get through Rumble, we'll have a clearer picture of what might happen for Mania. I'll tell you what I am going to be excited for. This year's Elimination Chamber is going to be stacked, regardless of who wins the Rumble, because you know they're going to pop in their top 6 guys fighting for that World Heavyweight, fighting for the other spot. So you're going to get, let's say Roman does win the Rumble. Your Elimination Chamber match this year is going to be some version of Cody Rhodes, Gunther, maybe Finn Balor, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and probably one of the other members of the division, probably Logan Paul or Bronson Reed. So the Elimination Chamber match this year is going to be crazy stacked.
We'll see. They might swerve you and put the worst combination up there.
We should book the worst possible Elimination Chamber match. I got
Tozawa's in it.
Tozawa's in there. Bravo Americano.
Put both Americano.
Bravo Americano.
And Ryo.
JD McDonough.
That's crazy. JD's hurt.
Oh, okay. It's not JD McDonough. Okay. Who's another guy who's like a fletchling person who's only there to get losses every single week? Dragon Lee.
That's crazy.
So that would be your Raw participants for the Elimination Chamber, the worst Elimination Chamber ever. Be Dragon Lee, Tozawa.
What's the
and
Brand by Elegance, or is that not? That's not them. What is it?
That's TNA.
Yeah, you see, what is it with me TNA today? The guy that his partner's hurt just had neck surgery.
Kit Wilson.
I would put it.
All right, so for your SmackDown participants, it would be Kit Wilson. I hate to say it, but you'd have to put Johnny Gargano. Even though he's a great wrestler, you don't do anything with him. So if you're just talking about your hierarchy in on the show, it'd have to be Johnny Gargano.
And put both the Street Profits in there.
No, I was gonna say one member of the Wyatts, Joe Gacy.
Oh, that's crazy.
You put Joe. No, I got it. Tonga Loa.
Why?
Tonga Loa, because he's only there in that group to get pinfalls. He's there to be the comedic, not Tama Tonga Loa. He's there to just get pinned constantly.
That's crazy.
You want to talk about NXT?
No.
You don't want to talk about how Zaruka are the #1 contenders for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships.
Oh my god, they're gonna win
I
it. That's all they do is have WWE superstars win their titles. So
didn't even know there were TNA Knockouts Championships until they said it. I'm like, wait, what?
I forgot the name of the girl that just debuted on TNA.
Elena Black.
Hate her.
Cora Jade.
Hate her.
You hate Cora Jade?
I hate her. I saw that promo.
Why?
I saw that promo and I was just like, no, I hate you.
She did her job.
Okay. Java, I didn't say she wasn't a hard worker. I said I hate her.
Cora Jade. I still don't understand WWE's release of her because she's super young. She's attractive. She can cut a promo. She, to me, could have been. I'm not gonna say the next Paige or AJ Lee, but she was like just different enough so that she could have been a superstar. So I didn't understand releasing her. I don't get it. But she's in TNA now, which is WWE adjacent. So
I got it. And that's all I got.
Okay, I'm saving thumbnails.
And apparently, now. I want to watch TNA.
TNA last week was good. It was the initial show that I heard was bad.
Yeah.
It's okay because what's her face? Sonya Deville is back on TNA as another on-screen authority figure.
I saw that.
Because we need more of those. We need a good on-screen authority figure in Santino Marella and a Neville.
I think.
I didn't look that far into it. This is episode 89, right?
We didn't even end it, and you're already doing your stuff.
I've been doing it for the last 5 minutes. We've been talking.
On that note, we're leaving. Ending it right here. For the last time. You're going to get me canceled, bro. Anyways, you can always catch us on Spotify, TikTok, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And, of course, our personal TikToks. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.